I wanted to share a personal testimony of how amazing my experience was working with Alexander. From the wellness background, I've actually not only facilitated so many events, but I've also helped support the coordination of wellness events at some of the best wellness festivals in the United States. And I can say without a doubt, Alexander is one of a kind. Alexander came into my life around the time I was struggling with an autoimmune disease called Crohn's. A mutual friend of ours who is in the community in Chirripó named Christopher had introduced us and said, "Hey, my dear friend actually might be a more suitable coach for you. And he has experience with Crohn's disease himself. He's actually cured himself of Crohn's. I have nothing to lose. Why not? I'll take all the resources I can get." And I figured I would just kind of learn maybe from his own experience what he did that worked for him, or perhaps maybe he could just be a good friend or a confidant. Not only was he a good friend and confidant, his genuine nature and kindness was immediately felt from the first time we got on the phone, but he made me feel entirely heard, met where I was at, and I didn't feel like a project or that I had to be fixed. But sometimes when somebody like myself is experiencing a lot of trauma, I don't have space to do insane breath work or ceremonies that I feel like re traumatize me. Alexander knew exactly what to do with me. The type of facilitation style that he gave was entirely tailored to my experience. I could tell that he was being a channel to the divine. He really trusts himself. And it really made me feel like I could trust him too. I felt so much safety in his presence that it actually moved me to tears. And after my cathartic release during our ceremony, because I was blown away, I genuinely thought it was the most divine activation I had ever received from a facilitator. I had zero pain that evening. And for reference, I was in the hospital for excruciating belly pain for Crohn's disease. And that was the first night after our session that I had no pain. Yes, I'm not kidding. Alexander is the best in the game, without a doubt. There's nobody else doing it like him. He's one of a kind. Trust me, I've seen a lot of them. I would work with him over and over and over again, no matter what you're moving through. As we ebb and flow through life, we are faced with different aspects of our journey, and he can hold space for all of it with so much humility, so much kindness, and so much presence. So I highly recommend that you work with Alexander and get him on your team, because not only is he such a strong support system, I genuinely believe that the angels, that the heavenly realms work through him. He has a touch that is Christ-like in the way that he is present with his clients. And I'm an entirely different person. I feel so much more like myself. I'm so outgoing. I'm not afraid to speak what's on my mind. I'm healthier. I'm in virtually no pain. My skin is glowing. I am stronger than ever before, and my body has been miraculously healing itself ever since I worked with Alexander. So, whether you're going through physical, emotional, or mental turmoil, I know that Alexander has space for you in his heart and can offer you some support. Yeah, what are you waiting for?